We've gone to 90 bookings for the
Wow.
month. This is one truck, one operator, and 40 bins. I can see that it's definitely still going up at a nice steady rate. We've outgrown what we've got.
How much were you
So
bringing home of that?
yeah, probably $4,000 or $5,000 for the month type of thing. And now
Yeah.
you'd be looking at 30 to 40 to sometimes a little bit higher.
So today we've got a very special interview because James is actually my first ever client. James is from Ballarat Skip and Hire, and he's basically been working with me for the past 2 years. Did you want to just introduce yourself and tell us what you guys do?
G'day, guys. My name's James from Ballarat Skip Bins. We're just a small family based skip bin business in Ballarat. And like Sean said, we've been working together now for 2 years, which has been a really good ride so far. We've gone from something very small to now something that's grown out of what we've got as far as equipment and that now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you want to start off with where you were at 2 years ago?
So we started off in November of 2019 with one truck and four bins, and we were just sort of relying on word of mouth and Facebook, and it wasn't really happening. We were getting bits and pieces here and there, but we sort of weren't hitting any goals or any targets, or we weren't moving forward at a rate that I would like. I got a phone call from Sean one day asking me if I'd be interested in some jobs. And I thought it was a hoax at the start. I didn't know what it was. I think Sean was more nervous than I was.
I remember it was like the most bittersweet moment because when I got the first call coming through where I was like, oh, someone's actually going through our website and we got a skip in lead, I was so happy, but I was also like, oh my God, I have to talk to someone now and actually
Yeah.
get them to,
Get someone.
convince them that I'm a normal person, right?
I was a bit hesitant at the start, but once I started to actually learn the whole other side of how bookings and internet and Google searches and the level of the search engine where you're at in the lineup, it's actually huge. I had no idea about the power of internet and the power of the service that you've created and supplied to us. It still blows me away today how important it is. The work that comes off that is amazing.
At the beginning, I think we weren't even sending you that many, but then once we started, I kept telling you, like, once we're number one, it's going to be different. I think some of the week months was like 200, 200, 300 calls a month sometimes.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you might get 200, 300 calls a month. And like all businesses, they don't land a job every time the phone rings. But I can tell you now that we've gone from essentially 15 bins a month in the beginning to I think we've gone to 90 bookings for the
Wow.
month. This is one truck, one operator, and 40 bins, which is big. Like at the moment now, we're at capacity with our machinery and bins, but I can see that it's definitely still going up at a nice steady rate. We've outgrown what we've got. So one truck and 40 bins is probably a not bad ratio, but the projected growth in the business, I'm not nervous at all about purchasing another truck for another
Yeah.
person to operate and some
Yeah.
another 40s.
You were doing 15 bins a month, or you only had 15 bins available?
Only doing about 15 jobs per month back
15
in the beginning.
jobs.
Facebook's tiny when it comes to business. I thought it was all we had, but it's not even a drop in the ocean. I don't even think we get a job off Facebook anymore. It's purely Sean's leads, the phone calls, the traffic that we get via the click on the link of the website and the click on the call now button from the website. It's continuous every
Yeah.
day, all day.
Do you mind if I ask about the actual revenue difference? So you're saying 15 a month. How much were you
So
bringing home of that?
yeah, probably $4,000 or $5,000 for the month type of thing. And now
Yeah.
you'd be looking at 30 to 40 to sometimes a little bit higher.
Is that
That's
revenue or is that take home? Says in
take
like
home. Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah. No,
40
that's
take home.
no gross, gross,
Gross.
gross.
Okay. Okay. And then
Yes,
what do
and
you get
you've
to
got
keep
your
out of
expenses
that?
out. So we like to work on, I don't know, if you're better than 50%,
Ooh,
you're doing all right.
not bad for skip ins, yeah.
Not too bad for skip ins. We do try very hard. We honour our service. We make a point of being friendly, on time, and upfront with our prices. We don't have any sneaky charges later on, or we like to be short, sharp, quick service, friendly. If you look at the reviews, I think that it does definitely show that.
One thing I wanted to mention as well was you're also building the brand, right? I know that obviously you got your own company, but every time you do a job for Ballarat Skip and Hire, I also think that it's not just being number one on Google. I think people get your recommendation from your service as well.
Absolutely. It's really nice to get a phone call from a new customer saying that your reviews were quite good and you were right up there on the pointy end of the search engine. I think it's a really good collaboration. The website that's been provided by yourself is easy to understand. It's very
Mm.
transparent. The same thing on our end. It's a nice response from us, sort of thing. Quick turnaround. Yeah. It
Yeah.
all sort of marries in when you read the reviews.
I remember just 5 minutes ago, you mentioned that you struggle to turn on a computer. It's probably better that we take care of that stuff and then you take care of the skip ins. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. I know that if I ever have a drama or something, I just ring you up and say, "Hey, mate, I think we need to tweak this," and because no one's business is the same. And like you said, you guys were fairly new at the time, and we were too, and it definitely opened up our eyes. And I think along the way, we've molded this collaboration into quite a successful venture.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think people get a bit skeptical where I'm saying, like, we're looking for a new partner. But the reality is, you guys need to be doing good work too. We can get you the leads, but if you're not picking up the phone calls and you're not hungry to grow your business, then it's not going to work. It's not just like some magic pill that makes you a shit ton of money.
That's right. My best work is on the ground, and your best work is behind the scenes type of thing. And I don't think that being small in business like ourselves, you have the time to be able to be on the front foot on both sides of the page. So, enlisting you guys to do that side of things, I can put my head down and really get into the business side of things.
Yeah, yeah. When I first approached you, what was your first impression? I know you said it was sketchy, yeah?
It was a bit. You were very, very fresh into doing what you were doing. I spoke with my partner about it, and she said, "Hey, we've got nothing to lose." And so far, it's going well. We had a good, honest relationship from the start, both very open when we worked out exactly what we were doing. And I just think that it was good that we gave you a shot and you gave us a shot. Once we pushed through the awkwardness of the first meeting, it's gone north. It's a great collaboration.
So I know you started off just by yourself and then you've hired one laborer. Would you say the next year you're going to try get another truck or
Absolutely. So between now and Christmas, I hope to purchase another truck and then put another fella on. You've allowed me to grow, which has allowed another family to get a wage out of this and another family. So where we are now, we're booked out constantly. It's awesome for business, but it's also a nightmare. It's time for me to step up now. Like what we've got now, it's gone past where we're at. And like I said before, it just keeps going north each month. So without a worry in the world, I'm pretty certain we can grow the next step. So it's time for me to step up now.
you say you're booked up all the time. So when you get the second truck, do you reckon you're still going to be fine in terms of the leads coming through? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
so if that's the case, you're basically going to be going from essentially 40 to 80 a month. Let's say you're booked up both sides. Yeah. Oh, but you need more
Yep.
bins as well then, right?
Yeah, that's all part of growing in business. You have to crawl before you can walk, before you can run. You can't go out and be big overnight. There's been some sad tales come of that type of work. I just want to progressively grow. So, yeah, right now, I believe that we're at our point now. It's time to go again.
That's awesome, man. That's the thing. Like you're doing pretty much 99% of it. You know what I mean? Obviously, the calls that are coming in is great for you, but you're doing all the work, right? It's just like sometimes that one little thing can be that difference. Some people just missing that one piece to be able to get to that next level.
Absolutely. Back at the beginning, we spoke on the power of the internet and the power of a good service provider like that. I don't know. You can't explain what that done to our business. And I had no idea. I'm a hands-on man. I work with my hands. I have no idea on the actual power of the service that you can provide to somebody. It's gone from word of mouth and a very small customer base to you spread literally across the world. But obviously, people that are searching will be searching skip bins in Ballarat. But to land on their lap as the first port of call, they Google search, get the result, press call, and if you're good enough on the other end to talk them through the process, generally you'll land a job, or a job will be just straight away emailed to you, and you just got to confirm that, and away you go.
Will you take my money? Yes, no, okay.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Even people from Melbourne are calling because they don't know anyone in Ballarat, and it's like that's where you
Absolutely.
can find someone from Google. Yeah.
So you'll find that a lot of our work would be a trade or a business that's going to have a project in Ballarat. They just Google Ballarat skip bins and we land on top. Straight away, we're in their radar, and then it's up to me, negotiator, if it's an ongoing contract or a longer term contract or even a short stay. And it's basically, done. 9 times out of 10, we'll score the job.
So say someone was like similar to you, say I was calling you and then you're skeptical, you've never done it before. What would you tell them to give them that confidence to actually sign on?
Just take note of what you're saying. Have a listen to what you actually are providing. Give it a go. Just there's nothing to lose. You guys have been brilliant to work with. Yeah, check out the reviews.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've molded it to suit our business. We've grown together, No one's two businesses are the same. No one's two ideas or directions are the same. But I've given a bit, you've given a bit, and I think we've got a good product.
Likewise,
and it definitely shows with our bookings for sure. It's gone from 2019 to in 4 years, we've tripled, there's no downtime. It just continues.
That's the kicker. You're making too much money that you can't stop, right? So, do you recommend the service?
Oh, absolutely, 100%, 100%. I think that now you guys have polished your end and you've got a very good service to provide. Absolutely, mate. Like, it's a no-brainer. You're on the front foot. I would definitely recommend your service to anyone, especially if you're starting out in business and you want to get your foot out there, for sure. It's been instrumental to us, I tell you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Awesome. I appreciate your time, mate. I'm looking forward to it. I
Anyone's
really
watching this, definitely give Sean a go, mate. He's done wonders for our business.
thank you. It'd
Yeah.
be really interesting to see what happens in 5 years, where you're going to be at. We'll do a follow up on that as well. 5 year interview. Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. No, all
Cool.
good.
Cool. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. We'll
No
just
worries at all.
yeah.
Thank you.